every stop I make a new friend. Can't stay for long, just turn around and I'm gone again. Maybe tomorrow I'll wanna settle down. Until tomorrow I'll just keep moving on. So if you wanna join me for a while, just grab your hat, we'll travel like that's old style. Maybe tomorrow I'll wanna settle down. Until tomorrow I'll just keep moving on.
And there we are. We're live.
All right, guys, we're live here on this special edition of This Week in Nectar. We're having a look at the epic paywall stream, this incredible fucking stream that Ethan Ralph has put together for his pay piggies. Basically, what he's doing is he's trying to, have it both ways, where he says, oh, I've addressed me dating this jailbait, I've told the story of it all, but he's hiding it from anybody who isn't already like a devoted gunt sucker. But thankfully, one of the pay piggies has sent us the clip, and we're going to be able to play the full audio for you guys here. We're joined by Kraut, we're joined by Godwinson, and we're joined by Josh. How are you guys doing?
Pretty good.
Pretty good.
Yeah, that's good, man.
Pretty good.
All right. First things first, we do need to provide a little bit of context for people who aren't aware of what the fuck exactly is going on. So, Ethan Ralph, in an attempt to own the evil haters at Karen Farms, he's posted a picture of his chicken salad sandwich. Kraut, can you pull up the tweet of his chicken salad sandwich so that people who haven't seen it yet can fucking see it?
Here you go. There's the picture. It's on screen.
So if you look at this fucking this sandwich, okay? He's presenting this as though it's some sort of great like accomplishment. Like, I've got my girlfriend in the kitchen, she's my submissive bitch, making me this fucking sandwich. I'm a king, I'm owning the A-logs. But when you look at it, all you can see is his socioeconomic class being utter fucking white trash. I mean, fucking Walmart paper plates that are $1.50 for 100 of them, with fucking plain fucking no-name bread, with fucking chips on the side. I mean, it's just dreadful. It's just dreadful.
And look, she burned
I don't know, Josh, what...
She burned the bun for him a little bit.
Yeah.
It's not like you can't afford like a plate. Like an IKEA ceramic plate is like $1. It's just that he doesn't want to clean it. That's why people do that.
Well, this is the whole thing, is that he's not like a fully developed, responsible adult where he wants to do dishes. Like, if you go into the fucking Ralph Manor, the fucking trailer, there would be unwashed dishes stacked sky high in the fucking sink, clothes all over the fucking floor, garbage everywhere, empty liquor bottles that haven't been returned, and the man's 34 years old.
Well, it just shows that neither of them are really functional.
Are you sure this is a paper plate?
I think so.
Oh. Isn't that something?
Yeah,
that
you see those.
keep
You see those
if
in
they...
Walmart. They're like a huge stack. You get them for like $1, and they got that pattern of like a bowling alley in the 1990s.
Isn't a paper plate something that people usually get if they're like too lazy or can't be asked to clean the dishes? So they just buy paper plates, or they eat from newspapers.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Oh, okay.
You either do it for like a big event where you don't want to have to, like, you don't have enough plates, like a children's birthday party, or you just do it when you're like, like a bachelor and you just don't give a fuck. Or if you don't have a girlfriend, right? Or you don't have a girlfriend who does nothing all day and can't clean for you, which Ralph is trying to hold this woman up to be like his, I'm better than you all. You can't criticize me. I've got this chick. I'm eating pussy. She's taking care of me. But his taking care of is like a fucking chicken sandwich on a paper plate.
Well, I had a better meal today, and all I did was just buy a watermelon. So, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, shit.
But the underappreciated part of that, by the way, is the LA recipe. She's from like North California or whatever. And for some reason, this fucking squalid sandwich is some sort of exquisite recipe that only she has access to and that only Ralph gets to enjoy now.
Yes. Oh, fuck. I mean, here's the thing, Josh. Give us a little bit of insight. So people start to make fun of Ethan, because of this sandwich. So what does he do, Josh? What is his reaction? Is his reaction to just ignore it and move on? Or is it to double down on the glory of the chicken salad sandwich?
He proudly boasts that the fucking forum is making fun of him for this sandwich. It's completely unbeknownst to him why people would make fun of him for this post. Like, okay, if you want to have a chicken salad sandwich, more power to you. It's just not something you post online as like a tout of how well your life is proceeding. So after bringing that up, the next day, I did expect him to post another like dish. I thought, okay, people are making fun of him. So of course, him recoiling to this, he will lash out. He'll post another meal. It will probably be something he bought off Uber Eats and put onto a regular plate to pass it off as his own meal and said, this is how good she is at cooking. That's just a sandwich. You're being silly. Instead of doing that, he actually posted a picture of what either appears to be the most drab, pathetic, plain, dry, boring hamburger to ever exist, or he dug it out of the trash at a McDonald's and he put it on another paper plate next to
I believe we have a picture of that burger if you want me to bring it
I believe we can put this on screen. I believe he called it the Ralpha Burger Deluxe.
The Ralpha, like Ralpha Male Ralpha Burger.
The Ralpha Male Ralpha Burger Deluxe. So this is his attempt at redemption. But like, once you see this on screen, I mean, holy fuck. It's not really a redemption. Like,
he just got that from Burger King, didn't he? Like,
no. I'll explain what this is.
Okay.
What that is a no-name pack of fucking hamburger buns from Walmart. There are certain things in life you just don't buy no-name. You don't buy fucking no-name soda. You don't buy fucking no-name hamburger and hot dog buns. You just don't fucking do it. It's just about the most fucking worthless thing you could possibly ever do. You value yourself as a human more. And he's got like a burger that he's bought from fucking Walmart with pre-made fucking potatoes that he got out of the fucking freezer aisle. He didn't cut these potato chips or these French fries by hand. Do you know what I mean? It's just sad. It's like the ultimate white trash meal. Once again, on a fucking plate.
If you're going to take a picture of food that you cooked for yourself or something like that, why take a picture after you've taken a bite out of it? It just makes it look so much gross. I'm looking at this burger, and all I can think of the gunt's lips wrapping around this. The only thing I can think of is just the gunt devouring something.
Well, that is it fresh. He pulled it out the trash like last time.
Yeah, he may have very well just pulled the motherfucker out of the trash. I think what he's done here, people were criticizing him because the last meal didn't have a fucking cross section. So this time, like, instead of cutting it with a fucking knife to do a cross section like a civilized human, he's decided to fucking, just like a savage Philistine, take a bite out of it and then take a photo of it. Like, what the fuck?
I don't think he could do a cross section because you see the knife he had for cutting the sandwich in the last one, and it's just like a steak knife. So he probably has like plastic cutlery and like one steak knife, and he doesn't have a chef's knife or anything that he can actually do a cross section with. Someone pointed out that the fries, like, most people just buy frozen fries because it's not worth it to like cut and peel and boil and fry, potatoes just for French fries. But it does like nothing on that plate is something that took any effort. You just buy that shit as it is and assemble it. And most people can do that, right? But for some reason he feels the need to brag about it. And he brags that people talk about it and make fun of him again. Like, of course people are, because this is fucking retarded. How do you put this up there and act like we should do anything but laugh at it?
I know. Well, have you heard the latest cope on his Twitter, Josh? Have you heard the latest cope?
I saw him saying that I wanted to do Christchurch or something. He very strongly implied that I was like a Brenton Tarrant fan or something.
Yeah.
In reply to me making fun of a hamburger that he made.
He takes it to the next level, right? Because honestly, like, it's not a big deal to make fun of somebody's like cooking when it looks like that, or fucking hamburger or whatever. It is what it is. It's not a life or death thing. It's not like you're saying he's molesting children and fucking, a serial killer or anything like this. You're making fun of the hamburger he made, and he goes, well, you're a fucking desperate incel who wants to kill people, and you're a terrorist, and this and that.
You have to
the overreactions.
PPP. This is pretty much the last thing that he has left to brag about. The only thing that Ethan Ralph, the owner, proprietor, and editor at the Ralph Retort, owns, the only thing he can do of any sort of significance that he can show to other people that he is able to do is ordering a burger.
Yeah. And the last thing I want to say, so guys, now the new cope is, well, I didn't make the hamburger. She didn't make the hamburger. Faith didn't make the hamburger. I made the hamburger, and I fooled you all into thinking she made it. And so the joke's on you. It's an epic troll. This is what he's saying on Twitter now. Yeah, he goes, the hamburger I made caused Karens to post, I shit you not, probably 30 comments about the texture and quality. He goes, it was delicious. They thought Faith made it, so they went all out critiquing it. And he goes, I don't think they realize that 85% of the country eats like this, and they look like out-of-touch morons spurging out about a cheeseburger and fries on a paper plate.
I don't
think any of us.
It's true. No, not in the U.S. Maybe like the bottom 30% of maybe from fucking West Memphis, Arkansas. People eat like that. 85% of people eat like that. Most people go to fucking IKEA, get a plate. They have a dishwasher where they can wash their dishes by themselves. And if they eat like that, which I'm sure a lot of people do, they don't fucking post it on Twitter as like proof that they have some sort of supernatural ability to take care of themselves. It's very strange.
Yeah. I don't know, but he's the common working man's hero because he eats off fucking paper plates, and we're all just elitist scumbags because we've decided to buy a set of 6 plates for $20. How fucking dare we? I mean, it's not really like a huge like social class distinction, is it really, to own fucking plates? Like, I'm not a rich man. I own fucking plates. Jesus Christ. But yeah, it's just sad. He's just going apeshit on Twitter too, talking about Alistair Mycroft. Some poster on Kiwi Farms has him so fucking up. He's got about 4 tweets. Holy shit.
I think that was Godwinson leaving.
I don't know.
Joining and leaving again.
Yeah, no, he joined and left like 8 times.
I don't know what the fuck he's up to. But yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll get into this fucking audio because we're only going to go for an hour. So let's get into this audio, Kraut. Let's pull it up and we'll dissect it. Godwinson, I think, having some issue with this connection.
Do you want
so we'll see what happens.
Hello. And he's back.
I'm just driving, so.
Oh, no problem. Do you want me to keep the pictures up on the...
Well, no worries. Let's get into the audio then.
You want me to keep the pictures up on the stream, or do you want me to just play the audio?
Giving money to Ralph.
PPP, do you want...
Yes, you actually have to pay money. For this shit.
Fuck. Where's the audio? Here we go. Do you want me to keep the pictures up on the stream, or do you want me to just play the audio?
Keep everything up on the screen. It's a good look. I like it. It's a cool aesthetic.
And just tell me whenever you want me to pause it.
Okay.
What's up? This is the bonus episode. There's no plan to it, but I wanted to get something up today. Well, I mean, I have a certain plan to it. We'll get to it. By the way, there's going to be a full commentary this weekend on the film Dredd, which I've never seen. I've seen parts of it, never seen the full movie. I think it's 2014, the new Judge Dredd, simply titled Dredd. Me and Randbot, and I think Faith, and maybe somebody else, we'll see. But definitely me and Randbot for sure. We'll be doing a commentary on that this weekend. It will be released here on patreon.com. Also, subscribestar.com/The Ralph Retort. If you'd rather do that. D-Live subscribers as well. I paid for the Vimeo. We'll see how long that lasts. I'm not going to... I think the content is toss compliant, but we'll see. I've thought that before, and shit's changed. Also, I'm wearing my hat today because my hair's fucked up and I haven't gotten ready for the evening show yet. So you get the hat. I do have my Killstream shirt on, though, which you can get at shop.theralphretort.
Yep.
So I just want to point out, like, this is what people have to fucking pay money for. Like, if you're paying money to Ethan Ralph, you're getting commentaries on the movie Dread. Like, who the fuck is asking for this? And I mean, this is supposed to be like a special fucking paid paywall stream where he's addressing all the gossip and all the haters, and he's starting it off
why
like
he's doing movie reviews. PPP. You want to take a guess?
why? Give me what's your hot take, Josh?
Dick Masterson also has started doing movie reviews.
Of course, and Daddy Dick knows the way. All hail Daddy Dick. Yeah,
everything that Ralph has done in like the last month as like a direct parallel from Dick. The camera, doing movie reviews, he's taking a lot of inspiration from Dick. He wants to get his Patreon up, I think.
Yeah, it's sad. Like, they're all trying to leech off Dick because he has this big Patreon base, the $20,000 a month. But ultimately, I mean, fuck, they're not going to get any of that money. So it is what it is. All right, go ahead and play it again, Kraut.
I think I put up a 25% off for supporters on Patreon. I don't know if that's on Subscribestar or not, but I'll go back and make sure. Basically, I don't make much, like $1 off of it with that, but that's fine. It's for patrons to get a little extra there because they take the 25% off like directly.
Can you hear him smacking?
So
his
here's
lips?
the situation, right? I think he's bringing up that he's giving the 25% off because he's ashamed that he's charging for this show. And he's like trying to preemptively tell people, like, you're getting a good value. Don't feel ripped off because this fucking podcast audio I'm giving you that you have to pay for is shit. You know, that's what I think he's doing here. He's trying to like preemptively justify why his paid content sucks so much ass. What do you boys think?
I'm just grossed out that you can hear him smacking his lips. Like, have you noticed every second or first sentence he goes, listen to my show. It's really disgusting. It's really gross. Like, I can't even concentrate on what he's actually saying with all the smacking his lips together. It's like he's sucking a cock.
Remember, he spent $3,000 on this audio and visual setup so that we can hear every last smacking of his lips and every last snort and fucking, you know, disgusting utterance from his mouth. You know, it's incredible shit.
Indeed.
All right, we can probably play it there.
Professionalism. Okay, I'll keep playing.
The creator's cut. That's fine though. It's for you guys. Also, Faith is here with me. The reason I brought her on is because I really didn't. There's a couple reasons. For one, I didn't really have a good idea for a bonus show today, and I kept promising people I was going to do a bonus show. And so, you know, I didn't really have anything except Faith here. And people are kind of well, I'll say most people have been very supportive actually on the timeline. Most people have been cool as fuck, but you know, the haters are going to hate.
Blocked everyone
when I'm
else.
involved, they're really going to hate. And some people, I mean, she's young. There's no doubt about that. If I could see making jokes and stuff, but some people, we joke about it all the time ourselves. But some people are really, really obsessing over this, ladies and gentlemen. And to the point where I put up a picture last night, and Faith's going to come into the frame in a minute and we'll hear from her talk. But to the point where I put up a picture. Actually, she took the picture. It was his and her chicken salad sandwiches that she made last night. They were delicious, by the way. Yeah, 80s girl had made that.
His and her chicken salad sandwiches. Like, come on. Come the fuck on. You know, it's his and her, like, and you'll hear him say, like, how wholesome this situation is. It just kind of makes me grossed out a bit when you consider it's like, you know, some girl fresh out of high school was in high school last month, and now she's dating a 34-year-old man, and it's his and her chicken salad sandwich on the white trash paper plates in the trailer. I don't know.
There were
You
actually
can play it
2
again if you want.
subtle statements that he made there that I picked up on. The first one was that everyone's being very positive on his timeline. Well, of course, you fucking block everyone who says anything that even slightly could potentially be interpreted as negative. The other one is that he said that he didn't have any content. That's why he's doing the chicken salad sandwich rebuttal video, which is telling. I think the whole thing with him trying to pick a fight with me is just like he has fucking nothing to go on. He's inviting all these retard losers like Milo Yiannopoulos and Jacob Wool and Laura Loomer. Their fucking names turned sour in my mouth because they're just so fucking pathetic. And that's the fucking the lineup. Cog's brother. So here we have some chicken salad sandwich drama to sell to people as content.
Just sad, isn't it? It's just so desperate. And the thing of it is us doing this show, Godwinson was right when he was saying, we're actually helping the guy, because we're making him more relevant. But honestly, like, he just has to be shit on because he's just a cancer. He's just a constant cancer. And he just tries to go after people and ruin their lives. He can't take a joke. He's supposedly a master troll, Josh, but his skin is so thin. So
it doesn't
thin.
even matter to me if he profits off of it. This is like it's just funny to see someone as old as he is to
I'll
throw
keep
a
playing the
tantrum
clip
over
now,
a sandwich.
if you don't mind.
But some people are really, really obsessing over this, ladies and gentlemen, and to the point where I put up a picture last night, and Faye's going to come into the frame in a minute, and we'll hear from her talk. But to the point where I put up a picture. Actually, she took the picture. It was his and her chicken salad sandwiches that she made last night. They were delicious, by the way. But yeah, 80s Girl had made that for me while I was in Los Angeles. So she made it here last night. And I put up a picture. I knew how hard they were going to spurg out about this chicken salad. But honestly, it was to another level. I didn't know it would be like this. They literally spent on, what are we calling it? Incel farms, Karen farms. They don't like that one. Karen's farms. They also spent like 3 pages the other day breaking down why that wasn't a good insult. I was like, oh, okay.
How outdated
I mean, I stole it from Dick anyway, but yeah, I didn't know that they were the height of comedy over there at Kiwi Farm. But anyway, they had a problem with that. I don't know what will.
Sorry, I was counting. 5
Josh,
times.
give me your take.
He smacked his lips 5 times. I counted it.
Oh, on what, on the Karen farms? It just doesn't make any sense.
I know. Like,
I mean,
and he's like pretending like you guys.
The forum like doesn't deplatform people. Like, I'm sure like there's been some lynch mom. I know for a fact there's been some lynch moms, but nobody on the forum has fucking reported him to DLive or gotten him blacklisted. Those are all those other people who he has like roped into this hate mob around him, who I was directly referring to when I made the corn joke, because like it's undeniably true that he has a massive black cloud over him constantly, and if you're near him, you get caught up in it.
Yeah, and I mean, even people who used to support him, like T-Clips, is now clipping my stuff and bringing out dirt on.
Had an issue with him. He had an issue with her, which is also funny. I mean, that's the trend. Is he has all these fucking people around him, and he turns on them on a dime. And it's going to happen. It's going to happen to Gator one day, I think, and it will surprise us because you'll be like, really, after all that, that's the last straw that gets you to turn on Gator, and it'll be like in a year's time or so, and it'll be funny when it happens too.
Oh, it will be. It will be. But yeah, this whole fucking like incel farms, Karen farms thing. I mean, Dick thinks it's some sort of linguistic kill shot, but it makes 0 sense. Like, how many middle-aged white women go on Kiwi farms, Josh?
A lot, but they go in the fat people section.
Ah, okay.
He's
not the internet. Yeah.
No,
internet
we'll move him to the fat people section eventually when he cancels his show.
Oh, fuck. He'll be the death fat. Guys, I'm going to lose the weight this time. I promise, guys. Oh, fuck. All right. I think you can play the audio.
Okay,
Josh is going hard this time.
But
generous
I
Josh.
That was
generous.
the height of idiocy the other day. But it wasn't. They literally spent 3 pages talking about this chicken salad, which
4 now.
Almost for like analyzing the paper plates, which I fully admit, if I'm just having a sandwich, I thought this was common. I don't know if it's not.
No, like I do that all the fucking time. Like,
Yeah, if I'm just having a sandwich with chips, I mean, I'm just gonna use a paper plate if they're available.
God damn it! I'm just gonna. Do you hear it? Like every time he smacks his lips, it's just once you've heard it, you can't get over it.
But I thought that was the height of idiocy the other day. But it wasn't. They literally spent 3 pages talking about this chicken salad, which almost 4 like analyzing the paper plates, which I fully admit, if I'm just having a sandwich, I thought this was common. I don't know if it's not.
No, like I do that all the fucking time. Like,
Yeah, if I'm just having a sandwich with chips, I mean, I'm just gonna use a paper plate if they're available.
Yeah.
I mean, I could use a plate and just rinse it off real.
You know what, PPP? I'm going to take this audio and listen to it tonight, or maybe tomorrow night. I'm going to edit together, like I'm going to leave the beginning in where it says, "Hey, welcome to Ralph Retort." I'm just going to edit everything else out except the slurping, and then I'm just going to send you this clip
Yeah.
of him slurping, and you can upload it if you want.
Last time. Oh, fuck.
Okay.
It's bad. Yeah. No, do that. Do that.
Okay. I'll keep
Yeah.
playing the clip.
Oh,
But, like,
and
this-
I didn't point this out, by the way, but real quick, he mentioned that the recipe she got from the LA recipe was something that she got from 80s Girl, apparently. So even the sandwich is taken from Dick. He's just like a mini Dick. Ralph is just a mini Dick.
Well, he's quite a larger version of Dick, though. I mean, Dick's not quite got that gun crease that Ralph has, But that was a pretty cheap joke. But, that's the sort of jokes that Ralph loves, really. So, all right. Hit the music, Kraut.
I mean, that's no big deal, but why not just, I don't know, I use a paper plate. I'm not fucking Dr. Green Thumb over here. I'll fucking use a paper plate. So, now I don't use a styrofoam plate. I'm not that fucked up, but it's better to use a paper plate.
styrofoam plate?
Oh, yeah, they still sell those. I mean, they probably don't in California where you came from, but they still sell them. Yeah, I could. I'm trying to think. I've had styrofoam plates, but not.
Did you hear it this time? Did you hear it?
Pause this.
Did you hear it this time? Just deep. Just wait.
Oh.
Let's try and get the exact moment.
Oh fuck! Okay.
I don't use a
Here's the
styrofoam
thing,
plate. I'm not that fucked up. But
we're talking about
it's better to use a paper.
how these.
Wait.
Oh yeah, they still sell those.
And
I mean, they probably don't in California where you came from, but they still sell them. Yeah.
Oh, I picked it up that time.
I'm trying to think.
God, it's like. Wait. Just give me a moment. I'm gonna start my audio editing program. Let me know if I lose my fucking voice. I'm gonna put this into an audio editing program. I'm not just going to
generous John to troubleshoot.
Hey, I'm
Wait,
sorry
did it
for
reset
this. This was
the
my fuck
input
up.
device on every single thing?
Yeah. No, I not on every single one. We just need to do it in one. We just need to do it in one.
Ralph won, boys.
Ralph
Won.
didn't win
A-Log's
yet.
blown the fuck out.
I'll
What's
just
up?
go
This is the
back.
bonus
Like people
episode.
leak your
It's not
fucking
about it,
Discord
Okay.
DMs, Kraut.
Yeah, we're ready. We're ready. I'm sorry to the audience that I fucked this up. I'm sorry for the dead air. I made a mistake when I opened my editing program. I thought I could enhance his lip smacking. I'll do that when the stream is over, and I'll send the clip to PPP. I just got back to the moment where we were. As soon as PPP says me to, I'll play the clip again. I'm sorry for this.
Play the clip, Kraut.
Something like that. I mean, I won't be around anyway, but anyway, get into the frame. Are you going to say something?
I will get into the frame.
Still not.
I also don't know if there's any room for me to get into the
Oh,
frame.
that's
Still not
true.
working.
Hold on,
Change
let's
your
see.
input for Discord as well.
Yeah, you can scoot some.
Because your mic,
That's true, it
your
is
microphone
tight. We're
quality
in the
dropped when
corner
you
over here
open
still.
that thing.
Oh my god.
See, there's like no room.
Okay, there we
See
go.
if you
Perfect.
can
Roll.
get in.
Go fast.
Are you in?
Like, not.
Okay.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Hold on. I can do
You might
this.
have to adjust the camera. You know?
Let me see if I can adjust it with my foot.
I can get up and adjust it.
No, I can do it with my foot.
Let me
Maybe.
just do it with my foot.
Oh,
Let
wow.
me squeeze
Like,
the
bring
gut.
Here, I'll get
Hold
up
on, bring it
and
back
Okay,
like
she's
20 seconds. Like, there's no room for her to fucking squeeze in.
Yeah, you can hear the
So, like, I
chair
want to
moving.
paint the picture for you guys. Like, we're in this fucking corner in Ralph's fucking office, and he's so fucking fat that she can't fit in the space with him because she's also a husky woman, so to speak. And so she's trying to like snuggle into his gut crease here, and he's like lifting it with his foot for her to be able to fit, is my understanding. Is anybody else interpreting the audio this
you
way?
can
Like,
hear
what
the-
is
you can
happening?
hear- You
Hear
can
it.
hear the chair squealing in
and bring-
pain. I'll play it again, yeah.
I'll get into the frame.
Bring it back,
but
like,
I also don't know if there's any room for me to get into the
Oh, that's true.
frame.
Hold on, let's see. Yeah, you can scoot some. That's true. It is a tight. We're in the corner over here still. Oh my god.
See, there's like no room.
Let's see if you can get in. Are you in?
Like, not.
Wow.
Oh,
Hold
yeah.
on, I can do
You might
this.
have to adjust the camera. You know?
Let me see if I can adjust it with my foot.
I can get up and adjust it.
No, I can do it with my foot. Maybe. Oh wow.
Here, I'll get up and do it.
Okay, she's gonna do it. I tried to do it with my foot. That's probably wasn't advised, but whatever.
Like,
I
pause
think that'll be-
this. He's like, "Are you in?" Like, what does he mean? Like, "Are you in?" Like, can't he tell with his like eyes? Like,
Can't
there's
look
no
down
visual.
and see where she is in relation to him, in past his gut.
What-
You know, he really could have cut all this out. He could have like improved his audio quality. He could have given her own mic so she wouldn't sound so echoey. But because this is a paid for thing, he doesn't give a fuck. He just whatever works. I'll just leave in this 30-second long clip of me and her trying to squeeze past each other in this.
The chat is
kitchen.
asking for the video. We don't have the video itself. We only have the audio, so we can only imagine the mass of flesh that is conjoiling itself all around this.
It just sounds like them trying to have sex. Like, "Are you in? Can you fit?"
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
It feels
What
very
the
erotic.
fuck?
There's high sexual tension going on there in the kitchen as they try to prepare a meal on a paper plate.
Ugh, I'll keep
And,
playing
and
this.
remember, chat, you have to pay for this. Okay, you guys are getting it for free because we got a Chad Pay Pig to send it over. But anyway, play it because we got to get through this.
Oh,
We
no,
got to
you can
get
see
through
the
this.
vape now. You out of me.
Oh no.
Okay.
Okay.
There you are. We're wearing hats.
Covering my eye.
So are you here? Did I kidnap you?
Do I have to admit
Oh,
that?
shut up.
No, I wasn't kidnapped. I came here by my own free will.
Yes.
Pause.
What was in the chicken?
Can you imagine having to he's having to justify like he didn't kidnap her, like she's there of her own free will. This just sounds so creepy, this dynamic. Do you know what I mean?
I don't understand the entire concept behind, you are an e-personality. You make videos on YouTube. Why the fuck show off your girlfriend? Why? What's the point of that? Why do that in the first place?
That's all ego. The smart thing to do would be to never mention it ever.
Exactly.
But Ralph, no, he can't give that up. That's like the most Chad thing. He has to lord it over everyone else
groomed
because
the
everyone
kid
else
from
is
high
perceived
school.
to be inferior to Ralph.
Look at me. It's and you can hear how young she is in her voice, can't you? Just this innocent little thing who has no fucking clue what she's getting into. Okay, I'll keep playing the clip.
And solid last night.
All right.
Cyanide.
Play it.
Slow death here on the kill stream.
I have to actually pull it up on my phone to find the.
All right, we'll get the recipe. Now, I thought about tweeting this out, but then I was like, nah, why do that? It's a bonus episode. Why don't I just give this bullshit to the to the supporters? The inside scoop here on the chicken salad. We'll give it to you. We'll give you guys the recipe. There was some incorrect rumors going on about what was in the chicken salad last night. Can you tell us?
Okay, so it's.
Let's get that in the microphone.
I have to. Okay.
Yes.
So it's a really simple recipe. It's 2 skinless, boneless chicken breasts, and you have to dice them and half them. 1/2 stalk of celery diced, 2 green onions chopped, 1/2 of a golden delicious apple peeled and diced, 2 tablespoons and then 2 teaspoons of raisins, 2 tablespoons and then 2 teaspoons of green grapes halved, 1/4 cup of chopped pecans, and 1/8 of a teaspoon, which is just a pinch of pepper, 1/4 teaspoon of curry powder, but I used a lot more, and then 1/4 cup plus 2 tablespoons of mayo.
Exactly, and it was delicious.
Okay,
Honestly,
pause it.
The
Okay.
most primary ingredient.
I keep hearing is the constant. I need to edit all of these together. I'm pretty sure I can get 10 minutes out of Flip smacking out of this. Pretty sure. Okay. Can you guys all hear me?
Let's do it later.
Do you want me to play the clip?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay.
Yeah, keep going.
Okay, let's go.
it's a perfectly normal
Wanna make-
meal.
Okay, the audio.
I don't know. Some of these people are just looking.
It was insanity too, though, because they're like trying to analyze every little bit of it for no
Yeah,
fucking reason.
I mean, I don't know if that's the worst that they have on me at this point. The chicken salad sandwich, it's getting desperate. It's getting desperate over there on Karen Farms, I have to say. Noel himself chimed in about the chicken salad. Like, I don't know. It is pretty bizarre. I noticed that we've been on. My thread has been featured on the front page over there for a few days because of I thought it was funny actually what Gator wrote about Noel. First, Noel's an idiot, by the way.
Yeah.
He really is dumb because he keeps saying that this article was published on the RalphRetort.com. It wasn't. It was published on Killstream.live. He said this like 5 or 6 times now. He really is fucking stupid. I don't know how to put it.
Pause.
What the fuck does that mean? What is the technical legal distinction between Killstream.live and the Ralph Retort? Am I supposed to believe that he doesn't maintain that?
You know, like what the fuck? Like it's some like completely different website. No, it's a website he runs. It's he's like, well, define what is white. Like it's some sort of Sargon tier for fucking like muddying the waters.
This is
Yeah,
content
because
as well.
he's obsessed with
This is-
trying to discredit the forum. Oh, it doesn't have great
Well,
credibility.
it's also
They're
peak
wrong
content.
about this. They're wrong
You
about
know-
that. They
you
said
know,
it was on the Killstream site,
the
but
biggest
actually it's on
streamers- the biggest
Killstream.live, not the
streamers on Twitch.
RalphRetort.com. It's like,
You know what the
I don't
biggest
think
streamers on
that
Twitch
works
do
on
now?
anyone. Like,
The biggest streamers on Twitch and the biggest creators on YouTube, what they spend their time doing is doing streams where they complain about their friends on Kiwi farms. This is the mark of a content genius right there. Just spending his time whining. This is a patron exclusive stream, right? So he spends his time with his patrons. Like, I spend my time with my patrons telling them what I'm working on. And he spends his time with his patrons telling them, Kiwi farms, bleh, smack my lips. It's just
It's always a terrible idea for these people to talk about this shit like this, because all you're doing is you're telling your most precious segment of viewers, the people who financially support your endeavors, that there is this drama going on that is of interest to them, that he's so obsessed about that he centered his entire video, his premium video about it, that's on this site, that's featured on the front page right now. And if you go there and look at it, you too can participate and read and follow along with this conversation. And I think that he's tried to avoid doing that for years, but he's trying to make me into like a mundane Matt that he can pull up and just, talk about whenever he wants to.
one of his little mascots.
And the problem with that is if he does that, he's drawing attention to shit he doesn't want people to know.
Well, that's all he has.
Yeah, it's just terrible. I mean,
it's all he has left. He doesn't have anything except for these supposedly past glories. We can hear you, PPP.
Okay. I was just gonna fucking say really quick there. I mean, it's Internet Rules 101. Don't feed the fucking trolls. But he feeds them. He fucking directly engages with me and Kiwi Farms and fucking everything. And he just gives me mountains of content every single day through his seething and his coping. It's just fantastic for me. It's fantastic for Kiwi Farms. It's fantastic for everyone but him. And I encourage him to keep going. Double down. Triple down, Ethan. Please. What the fuck?
I'll keep playing the clip then.
Hello?
Yeah.
Just willfully stating wrong things, which is very possible. And yeah, that's occurred to me before. Go ahead, sorry.
I was just saying he could just be totally lying out his ass.
Yeah, he could just be lying. Let's be honest here. I mean, that could very well be it, but just repeating dumb shit all the time, and in order to like jack up the thread count, he keeps posting in there himself to keep it bumped up. So I don't know, it's kind of amusing what they're focusing on over there. Of course, Faith is 18 years old, about to be 19. Should we tell him how we met? I talked about this on the kill stream.
You said you would do it on Patreon.
I said I would tell on Patreon. So Nora and I are divorced, and I love Nora. Part of me always will. We talked about this on air the last time she was on the show back in March. It's bittersweet appearance, by the way. You can go back and listen to it. It was right after the Drunken Peasants episode. You can't go back.
It was the day after.
It was the day after. Well, that's when Nora and I recorded that. Yeah. But anyway, I was going to say you could go back on the podcast feed and check it out, but you can't because the feed got reset. We talked about that on Patreon, on Subscribestar. The new feed is killstream.libsyn.com/RSS. Just to be sure, I wanted to get that in.
Did you just tell me to pause it?
So I just want to ask Josh. Yeah, pause it. Josh, so are you going into the thread to just intentionally bump it just to spite Ralph? Is that what you're doing? Or are you just thinking...
I didn't even pick up on that. No.
Yeah.
Okay. Number one, it's a fucking forum. The thread is always going to be there. I see threads get bumped after like 4 years by people joining to argue with it. Like, that's not how the site works. But no, it doesn't benefit the thread to have clutter. It's genuinely funny, the shit that he does and says and posts. The way that he like spastically flails. You make fun of a fucking hamburger, he's calling you a pedophile. It's just like these aren't the behaviors of someone who's acting rationally. And when it's someone who and who has this history and who has shit that he's accountable to, like his audience, and this is his public behavior. Because again, everything that he's doing right now, he's just streaming directly into Twitter, where most of his followers are. Even people who don't regularly listen to his streams will see his Twitter feed. So him blasting this shit in particular is just like a spectacle. You can't look away from it.
So final point before we play it again, I want to get your take on, Josh. So this new girlfriend is aware of his Kiwi Farms thread and has actually read pages of it. So she can't even plead ignorance. Do you know what I mean?
I think it is actually getting to her, because you can hear how Ralph's voice is like glazed over with like this aged apathy, because that's just his life. But you hear her talk about it, and she seems like more alert and kind of paying attention to stuff. So I think that she's going to have a hard time dealing with it coming into months, to a year, just because it's going to compound. People are going to go after her, not necessarily people from the site, but just
What do you
the
think
hundreds
about
of people he's managed to piss off.
What do you think about the idea that the only thing that will come out of this is that Ralph is going to get Me Too'd? Because I think this is the second girl, and I don't know if it was Godwinson or PPP or someone else who said that. Who was it again?
Well, his audience isn't going to care. His audience hates women. Like, when women are on his show, they get really fucking mad. Like, just that a woman is talking.
But eventually,
so that's not going to matter. What is going to be funny is people, when she leaks the logs of them talking in private, that's going to be funny.
I agree.
Well, because, guys, remember, she's a Black Lives Matter activist, an LGBTQ activist. Who knows if this isn't just some op from her Democrat friends to be like, hey, let's take down this white nationalist fucking thought leader here, Ethan Ralph. Who knows?
That would be the best possible timeline, as if she was a literal spy for Black Lives Matter. Also, I want to point out that if you're in front of your girlfriend and you say something like, I will always love my ex-wife, not a good look, not a good idea.
Yeah, why are you talking about your ex-wife in front of your new girl? It's just a fucking bonehead move. Girls don't like that shit. They don't like you talking about, I was into my ex so much. She was so sexy.
I'll keep playing the clip.
Just terrible.
Only 1/3 in. So let's continue.
So, but anyway, Nora and I talked about that in the statement and in her last appearance. No ill will whatsoever. These people, they also keep saying that Nora's going to like dish on me or something. Never going to happen. Take it to the bank. We're not going to dish on each other. Like, that's just not how we roll. I know you guys are used to being, complete losers and not having that type of respect between another person. But I do. And so, dream on.
Pause it. Okay. This is the most ludicrous statement I've ever fucking heard from a human being. Ethan Ralph has turned on every single person that he's ever associated with. Do you know what I mean? When Randbot stepped out of line, he was talking about him crying about his wife having a miscarriage. He shit on Flamenco for having autism. These are his co-hosts. Do you know what I mean? When Worski didn't do what he wanted, he blasted Worski as being like mentally disabled. He's doxed his own pay pigs. Do you know? He's just a piece of shit. And here he is talking down to, I don't even know, is he saying like to his audience, most of you who pay me are losers who don't have trust in relationships? Or is he saying this about the people on Karen Farms? Anybody have any
assumed that his own audience like hates him and would leak this immediately? Maybe he just assumed in good faith that was the situation, and he just wanted to cut the middleman and talk directly to us, because hopefully he's not talking about his patrons.
But we're the losers who don't have like trust in relationships, and we don't have loyalty. When this guy's the first motherfucker to snake on any of his friends, no matter what they've done for him in his life, just terrible.
That's what you're waiting on. And we talked about this publicly. Regardless, it wasn't a fun time. We came to the decision to divorce. I filed for divorce. That shit sucks. But we didn't make that final decision until mid-February. I announced it 2 weeks later. I didn't wait long. Now, there's all these, lies. I don't know how else to put it. Trying to say that, we decided last summer. Nora was at my house during all of September, all of December.
I'm going to keep playing this, but why the fuck is he even talking about this? Why is he even talking about the divorce? If he claims that,
because he made a slip up in one of his streams where he said something about her winning a divorce, and that confirmed that she was the one who petitioned for divorce.
Okay.
But in this, he's saying that it was him. He very explicitly said, "I filed for divorce."
But
so
it
he's
also
correct on the
sounds.
record
It also
there,
sounds like he
Karen
didn't
Farms
get
is
over it,
bad resource.
doesn't it? It does sound like he didn't get over it yet. It does really sound.
No,
like,
he's definitely not
Lord,
over it.
Where are you? Yeah.
He's a liar.
It's like I said, this he goes for young girls, 18, because they're naive. They don't know what a functional relationship's like. She goes off to the UK. She's in med school. She sees people, getting married, having relationships, having kids, and she's like, "Oh, I don't have that, and I never will have that as long as I'm with Ralph." So that's why she wanted a divorce.
Okay.
And when this girl gets old, gets over 20, and starts seeing her friends from college posting their baby pictures and shit on Facebook, she'll want a divorce too if they get married.
All the way through New Year's, we did all kinds of events together. We went to the Jefferson here. We did everything.
That you guys would.
Yeah, that means documented. We did all this shit. I talked about it on the show. I mean, she was on the show a couple times, like she is now. Like just watching from the side, doing her own thing, and then she would step up and say something. She was on the show. Yeah, and so it's just not true what they're saying. We worked on things all the way through. We didn't want to break up. That's why I didn't jump on Shu and Skeptic and do too much about that, because, you know, as many beefs as I've had with those two clowns over the years, I fully understand that launches and shit didn't work.
Holy shit. What did you say?
I doubt those two even care about him. Like, I gotta be honest. I doubt, like, the way he talks, like, as if, you know, everyone who has over 100k subs knows who he is. I guess some people do know who he is, but more in the sense of, like, ugh, gross. Ugh, go away. Like, since my channel started recovering again, I've been speaking to a few content creators, bigger ones again. I don't really do it as much as I used to. But the one thing we never talk about is even Ralph. I doubt a lot of people know who he is. And I think the reason why he didn't talk about the split between Shu and Armored Skeptic, if anyone even cares about that, is because he probably doesn't want them coming down on them, because he doesn't have any shielding or protection from anything anymore if someone bigger comes down on him. He doesn't.
Yeah, I was going to say, because I mean, he told me very explicitly a long time ago when it was like, I think Stream.me or earlier, he because that was when he went into Zoom on. He said, I don't mean to blindside you or anything, but, you know, it's the news, it's worth talking about, so I got to get this guy on to say a story. And, you know, it's whatever. I didn't blame him for it. But to say that he's like so magnanimous that he wouldn't cast, you know, his Eye of Sauron on, you know, Shu on head, because this is, you know, personal relationship drama. He doesn't get into that. That's just complete fucking nonsense.
Just gotta ask you,
I think
since
you're right. I think he was just afraid of him.
Since you had conversations with him personally, over the last year, Gator in particular, but also the other clowner, Fragmento, has been on a frequent level sending me threats, kind of along the line of, Kraut, you should never talk about me or Ralph again, or you should remember that we can always destroy you again. And I always had the feeling that it's motivated either out of fear or because they genuinely want me to direct my audience into his direction. I don't know which one of the two it is. Which one do you think it is?
I haven't had a conversation with Ralph really in a long time. It was towards the end of 2019, I kind of stopped talking to him because I started having a regular sleep schedule, and his show is just at 4 a.m. I can't tune into the Ralph Retort anymore, and I think he took that very personally. But when I did talk to him regularly, it was during the Stream.me era, so he was kind of at a high point there. He had a lot of natural support because he got kicked off of YouTube, and people felt that was wrong. So I think he was still kind of in the upswing, in the swing of things.
You're absolutely right about this. The thing with the personal stuff, like, he is in no way beyond taking the utmost personal stuff against people. Just the thing that PPP mentioned before, the stillbirth of his former co-host, that he brought that up immediately and was like, haha, you lost your baby.
He was in a rap song calling Monday Matt a pedophile and making fun of his kid. Like, no, there's no off limits with Ralph. I don't know why he's acting like there is now. It's a blatant fucking misrepresentation.
Yeah. It's just a scumbag rule to try and set rules of engagement forced on, like, Valentine's Day, you know, which is fucked up. And then, like, a month later, he's apparently seeing this new girl or whatever. So how serious was this marriage ever actually? He's talking about how she was there for like 3 months, how all this is documented and stuff like this. Look, if it's true, he wouldn't feel the need to defend it this hard and, like, try and control the narrative and say it's documented. If it was true, he wouldn't do all this shit. The reality is he's probably full of shit and lying like he always is.
I do believe that he was committed to Nora, and I think that this other chick was just like total rebound. Like, as soon as it dropped, he's like, oh, I gotta go find something new and fresh to rub in her face and to present to my audience.
Exactly. And a final point, it's disgusting that he's talking to this new girlfriend about all the things he did with his wife and all this shit. Like, I can only imagine how turned off she is by that. But yeah, hit play.
Workout, and I didn't want to pile on that because the same thing had just happened to me. So, it is what it is. It sucked. We worked on it all the way until the day after. It was either Valentine's Day or the day after, maybe the 15th. And then it was decided we're getting divorced. I saw Face tweet the very next day, actually, and I still wasn't even fully accepting that. I was like, man, could we still work on this a little bit? I mean, it's like that until the last moment, honestly, especially when you're married. Oof. You're like, are we sure? Are you sure? Now, we came to the decision, but I was, part of me is still like, maybe this could still change. I saw her tweet, just bubbly tweet, talking about how she loved the Monday Matt stream.
And how I was baking cookies.
Yeah, how you're baking cookies. And, I clicked. I was like, oh, cute girl, whatever. And, of course, I didn't know you were 18. I thought maybe like 20, 21. That's the same thing happened with Nora, by the way. And that's another thing they tried to lie about and say that I met Nora when she was 17. Untrue. I met her on air when she was 18. Literally, she tells me she's 18 on air because I thought she was like 24, 25 because she had the British accent too. So she already sounds older, at least to me, my slow American mind. But no, she tells me she's 18 on air.
Pause this. So what's more likely, Josh? What do you think's more likely? It just magically happened to be that these girls turned out to be 18 and it's all a coincidence that they all happen to be, around that age and not very like functionally adults? Or is it more likely that he's selectively targeting underage girls that are barely out of high school so that he can manipulate and control them because he knows he can't get a woman his age? Which do you think it is?
It's either he's going after them or that's just what he can pull. Like, naturally, that's just what he can pull. He can't pull someone who has any sort of independence or has had experience with guys that can be providers. It's just not a thing. Though I do want to point out that him saying, "Oh, I thought you were like 3 years older than you actually were." That's a great thing to say to a woman. Wow, bitch! I thought you're 18. You're looking 21. You're 27. You look 30. That's an excellent remark to make on a recorded video of you talking to your girl. One can only wonder why it didn't work out with Aid, who was age appropriate for him. God knows what the fuck he said to her in private.
You sound like an old hag. Like, fuck off. Jesus.
Okay. We're halfway through.
What a lady. Play it.
And I'm just like, you can hear me on air because I'm like, that's not going to work. Like, what the fuck? No, it ended up, we got married. But still, now that you can't find that stream because YouTube deleted it, I might have it on an old computer. I'm going to look. Or she might have it. I don't know. But I'll see if I can find it.
The evidence is just conveniently missing, guys. The evidence is just coincidentally it's gone. Nobody has it. Nobody can find it. I can't prove what I'm saying, but believe me, guys, I don't know. That's all I had to say. Holy shit.
Matt was on there, Matt Conway. So I tagged him on Twitter, and he's just like, no, it's not true. I was on the stream. Actually, I have DMs with him. I started thinking about that. I have DMs with him when it happened that I could just go back to in 2015 and show that actually happened on air. So that's about the only, I guess, bits of evidence of that stream. So thank you, YouTube, for that, by the way. That was kind of a cool story, too, how I met my ex-wife on the stream and stuff. I mean, it was a lot cooler while we were still married. Now it's kind of like, maybe it's not as cool. But, I mean, kind of. Anyway, I saw her tweet. It was about baking cookies. So I DM'd her. I was like, "Oh, what kind of cookies are you baking?" Actually, I followed her first. That's right.
I slid into your DM.
Yeah. So what happened was, for those who don't know, I get a shit ton of DMs at all times. But if I don't follow you or it's not deemed like important by Twitter, it doesn't show up in my main DM box. So it goes to the request box. So I followed her, and then but if I follow somebody, it'll automatically move whatever DMs they sent me from the request box to the inbox. So I folled her, and then she already sent me something. Interesting. It was something similar to the tweet, like,
thanks for the follow.
Yeah. And then I asked what kind of cookies you were baking.
She said that under my tweet.
Yeah.
I remember this whole incident step by step.
Yeah, she talked to me a lot through this period, but we weren't together. No. But we talked a lot. And then, we talked more and it developed into something else. We ended up getting together later on down the line. That's what happened. Now, do you see
So he's like admitting to messaging this girl before she was 18 years old, because I think she turned 18 in like June, I believe. And so like when he's talking about messaging her like in February and March, she would have been underage. There really isn't much of a difference other than from a legal definition between a 17 and an 18-year-old. But it's just creepy and it's weird. And like, I DM'd you about baking cookies and stuff like this. It's just
desperately wanted it to be, because he said this initially, that the initial line was that she messaged him. But then she was like, no, I messaged you, but then didn't reply, but then you followed me, and then we started talking. So it wasn't until after he followed her that he noticed she had messaged him, and then they started hooking something up for when she turned 18. That's how it sounded to me.
I don't know. This sounds like a bunch of bullshit to me. It sounds like a needlessly complicated bullshit story. But what do I fucking know? I'm just some obese Canadian, but, you know.
People deem it strange to date an 18-year-old. Probably. I don't find it strange. Maybe it's just because I've like always been like a tabloid guy or something. You know what I mean? Like I've always seen like disparate age relationships, and it's just been a norm, especially for known people. I mean, I'm not on that level, but I don't really see it. It's just like, what?
Age differences, okay, they are normal. It is not abnormal for like a 30-year-old to date, let's say, a 40-year-old. I think it's even socially acceptable to see a 22-year-old date someone who's 30-year-old, right? But
it's like half your age plus 7.
No, how old are you? How old are you now? How old are you?
27, I think.
Okay, yeah. Like, if a girl comes up to you that is 18 years old, isn't like the first thought that goes through your head, yeah, you weren't diapers when 9/11 happened. I'm not going anywhere near you. It's just...
I mean, I wouldn't date anyone under 21. I mean, I've talked to girls who are like 18, 19, 20, and there's nothing. There is nothing going on.
They're infantile.
In an 18,
they're still
19-year-old,
practically children in a certain
head.
way. Completely infantile.
I mean, okay, if you are like well off and you're just like, okay, I'm getting old, I'm turning 40, I need to have a family before I get too old to raise a family, then yeah, I guess, you know, like any port in a storm, but I'm not at that point, you know. I don't want to have a relationship with someone that I can't have a conversation with. I don't want to I don't want to have a relationship with someone who hasn't lived the experiences that I have, and doesn't have that kind of frame of reference when talking about shit. It's just no interest in that whatsoever, and I don't think that's unusual.
No,
I'll be honest, gentlemen. If I'm 24 years old, I would date an 18-year-old, but not one that looks like that, okay? And not the one that has mental issues like that, where she's cutting her wrists and talking about committing suicide.
True. You know, if you're talking to someone who's like a child sex abuse victim and has issues and shit like that, and they're still a parent because she's still cutting and still dating like meth heads and stuff, like why would you stick your dick in that and invite all those problems into your life unless you are desperate just to have like a mantelpiece?
That's exactly what it is. He's desperate for a mantelpiece to show off to people so that he can pretend to be Dick Masterson. Look what a Chad I am. Look at the pussy I'm getting. But like the pussy you're getting is some homely, like mental, like psychologically abused victim that you're manipulating.
Age appropriate for Dick. They're like the same age. She's like a little bit younger, but they're not like, you know, 10 plus years apart.
Let's end this.
Look, if she was a fucking supermodel, like,
I think we should play.
Yeah, I would apologize to Ralph, but she's. Yeah, play it. We got to.
Like, I don't know. I don't see her and be like, oh, she's 18. She's something exotic or not her own human. You know what I mean? Like,
very exotic with how.
Yeah, I don't know. You're your own person, though, right? I mean, you have your own interests. It's not. I don't know. It's just ridiculous how they try to stereotype you like you're not a human. Almost like, okay, yeah, she's young, no doubt. She's 18. Is that an obstacle in a relationship? Yeah, I mean, when there's that big of an age gap, I'm 34, right? So that's a 16-year age gap, basically 15, about 15 and a half, maybe something like that. Is that an issue? Yeah. But I mean, it's not insurmountable, and people have had bigger age gaps and had successful marriages, and successful relationships. So I don't know. I don't see it as it's something to like be scared of. It's just something to be conscious of and something to work at. Yeah, but I don't sit there and try to limit myself. And plus 16, I don't think that's too far out. You know, if it was 30, 40, you know, 25 even. I mean, there is a limit, maybe. I'm not gonna say
that. Pause that. So the guy is literally saying like 16. I don't think there's much difference. Like, what is he saying there? Like, just fucking weird. Like, I don't know. And what the fuck?
I'm getting a call.
Are we on here?
Sorry.
No,
Someone was just randomly calling me.
And of all the things he mentioned, he was going off on like on a rant about how the age gap doesn't matter. Like, sure, it's a problem, but you know, it's not like a make or break. But he never at any point just says like, "Oh, we can make it work because I love her." He never says that. I don't think he said the L word. He said the L word once. He said that he loved Nora.
Yeah. You know, I mean, it's so transparent what this is. It's like some trophy girlfriend. Like, the thing that she's 18 isn't a problem. Like, he's trying to say, oh, it's a problem, but we can overcome it. But that's the exact reason he's dating her. He wouldn't date her if she wasn't 18 because it lets him live out his fantasy of being Chad Masterson in the Barbie dream mansion with 80s girl, who he desperately wants to be. And Dick desperately wants to be Hunter S. Thompson. And they're just not. And it's really sad. It's really sad. Oh, all right. Have the audio.
And say, but I don't think that's.
Are we on the air?
We are live, yeah. People should be able to hear you. I was just playing the clip. Can you hear us? Okay, I'll keep playing it.
Outside
play the clip.
The realm of possibility. You know what I mean? I don't think that it is. Now, she is 18. I did see some other, like, well, if she was 30 and you were 46, okay. Yeah, I mean, she's young. I mean, there's no doubt about that, but I don't know. It doesn't faze me. I don't know. What do you think when people... I know you've read all this stuff. It's like a topic of discussion. You read it too. Like, I mean, you can't not read it almost. But I'll let you respond however you want to respond.
I mean, I personally just think it's nobody's fucking business. Like, I don't see the...
Well, by the way,
I don't...
get in the shot a little bit.
Okay, it is nobody's fucking business, but he kind of made it everyone's business by tweeting about it, talking about it, etc., didn't he? That's the irony in that statement. When she goes, it's none of anyone's business. And it's like, yeah, but that guy whose stream you're on, he made it everyone's business. Like, man, I'll just keep playing the clip.
I'm trying to hide you or something.
Josh, do you...
I just don't see why it's anyone's fucking business because...
Yeah?
Josh, do you care to comment on when he says he has to look at it? Like, he has a compulsion. He has to look at Kiwi Farms.
He's
you know what I mean?
Retarded. I know that they've had threads on me and Cal for fucking years. There was a point in 2014, 2015. I mean, I check it when I'm interested in reactions to like stream appearances and stuff, but no, you can completely shut that shit out of your life. It should be something that you actively train on doing if you want to have a public presence.
Well, yeah, I think about the fucking Tyler, the Creator, saying, how the fuck is cyberbullying real? Just close your screen. Just close your eyes. You know, walk away.
Like, it's a skill
he doesn't have to read it
to determine whose opinions are worth listening to. And if you just listen to everyone all the time, you will be overwhelmed by it and you will make mistakes.
Yeah. All right, go ahead and hit this.
In the long run, if it doesn't involve you, I don't think anyone should have a say in what you do with your life. And like he said, I'm not just some 18-year-old delicate flower that needs to be protected. I've gone through my own shit and I have my own personality and my own shit that, you know, makes me who I am, and everyone's treating it almost as if I'm just being treated like an object. I think they're treating me more like an object than you ever would. And they're and so they're trying to play like these morality police, and it's, in all honesty, it's fucking offensive.
Pause it.
To be.
I mean, holy fucking shit, guys! Like, what the fuck? What the fuck? I mean, are you the morality police, Josh? Is this what this is about? Is like the morality of it.
For reacting to stuff which is public. If you don't want people to comment on things that are public, don't make it public. But for some reason, he has a compulsion, and it is just to try to impress people, I think.
Yeah, and this whole.
And that
And
speech
she goes
is just
there
like, I'm
reading-
so mature, I'm mature from my age. I've been through some shit. I've been through some real shit. I got diddled, so I can put up with all this internet drama. I know exactly what I'm getting into, and it won't cause me a lot of problems as I start obsessing over this all the fucking time.
The way she said that, like, I've been through some shit, and like the way she phrased it indicates to me she still has a juvenile mindset and isn't ready to handle this stuff. Nobody could possibly, like, unless you have like a background in browsing Kiwi farms and 4chan for 5 fucking years, or 8chan, or whatever the fuck, you're not going to be able to handle this. She doesn't have any idea what she's walking into. She has no clue. She's going to get fucked up from this. And the idea that Ralph's bringing her on here, and it's not a good idea.
Well, she might actually get out of all of this on top. She might actually get out of this all on top if, like Nell says, she tweets out her DMs with him and just skins him on the internet, basically. She might actually get out of this on top, but, when the eventual breakup comes, he's going to be so fucking vicious. So fucking vicious. Can you imagine all the shit that he can hold over someone's head if they're so personal with him? Like, he holds shit over everyone's head, but with something like that, it's going to be ugly.
Yeah, I don't think Virginia has like what's it called? Revenge porn. I'm not sure. Very few states have revenge porn laws, and she's over 18, so nothing would stop him from doing that.
Treated like that.
Yeah, and look, it's not a surprise. I mean, I've run the kill stream, right? I understand how it goes. But that doesn't mean I'm going to sit back and just let lies be told and not respond. I mean, now some people might be like, at this point of the episode, like, wow, okay, we get it. I mean, I know
It's been going on for like almost 2 weeks now.
Yeah, and I've talked about it on air a couple times too. But I haven't really let her talk at length like this, and I didn't want to put. Another thing is, I didn't really want that on the kill stream. If people want to know, they can watch this. I figure that's good enough.
I'm not kill stream material.
Well, no, it's not that. It's just, that's a lot of heat on you. Like, even just having you talk off mic or something, that's one thing. But I just don't want people to put that burden on you. Like, oh, she was a co-host on the kill stream, or, because that can be a big burden when you're trying to do other shit. I know that from my other relationship that just ended, the one previous, my marriage. So yeah, it can be an issue. I don't really want to put that burden on you. I don't think you saying Bunty's a cuck once or laughing.
Okay. So this, I think, is the most disturbing part of the entire audio segment, where he is completely self-aware as to what a toxic person he is, and like the cloud of hatred and negativity that surrounds him, and just what being associated with him means. He's totally aware of this, and he's even saying, like, this could really fuck you over, and it fucked over my ex-wife and destroyed our marriage, but I'm still going to put you on this bonus episode anyway. Do you know what I mean? Just terrible. He is literally pimping her out to make 80 cents off a fucking download of this bullshit bonus episode. Do you know what I mean? Knowing it could ruin her life. Knowing it could ruin her employment problems.
Doesn't it?
It's entirely because what prompted this? The sandwich. It's just to rebuttal the sandwich. Say, oh no, it actually is a top secret LA based recipe, and she, work together, and she's real, and she's ready for this, and all that shit. It has nothing to do with like money. It's just the clout. I don't even know what to call it. The bragging rights.
Yeah, it's just to try and pretend he's Dick Masterson and he's a Chad. Yeah.
Okay, let's get playing.
Tough.
Off screen is a big deal, but if you were, part of the panel or something like that,
that's a little different.
Yeah, plus I just got off something, I don't know. It's too much of a mix too when it gets to that level. Like you coming on to watch a movie with us on Patreon or to talk about this in this instance. Yeah. That's one thing. But as far as making you in the, a co-host, panelist and stuff, I just think that would, I don't know, I don't want to mess you up. Does that make sense?
I'm already pretty fucked up though.
Oh, that's another thing. Don't give them any ammo. They're like, oh my god, she's crazy.
dark laugh.
Yeah, I'm mentally fucking unstable. I'm a mentally unstable meth opioid addict who has a kid apparently too.
Yeah, that's another thing. There was a picture of her. She has some brothers, and there was a picture. Many brothers, and there was a picture of her with her little brother behind her, and then they just randomly said that was your kid when
No
clearly it's your brother. It's clearly your brother, but that's another thing.
Pause it. It wasn't clear, first of all, that it was her brother. Do you know what I mean? It was just like there's like a child, like a very young child in the background, and we make the joke that she's a single mother, but he takes it as though we're supposed to be this like credible, like scholarly source. Like the Kiwi Farms and This Week in Nectar are like credible scholarly sources, and we always have to be correct. And if there's anything that's wrong, it means we're all just pieces of shit that are lying about everything.
That's a testament to how young she is, that she has toddler-age children still in her family, still directly brother and sister related to her.
Yeah, it's fucking gross and it's weird and it's fucking creepy. And when you add on top of it that, Ralph looks like her actual biological father, it just gets worse and worse.
The age
and,
difference.
I enjoy here how they've refuted the...
So you're
go
saying
ahead,
the age difference between her and Ralph is the same as the age difference between her and her siblings?
Yeah, that's true.
Oh god!
And her, there's a lot with like that interaction there because she says something like, they don't have any proof of that, but they said it anyways. Like, yeah, that's the internet. You think someone would go on the internet and just tell lies? It underscores how naive she is. And then Ralph goes on, and he has that really fucking dark laugh when she says that she's all fucked up, and then he says something like, "Oh, I wouldn't put you through the stressors of putting you as the co-host of the kill stream like Nora," as if he's sparing her, he's granting her, that peace when he's already running her through the muck by putting her out in the spotlight. And then she's not co-host because she's a fucking Black Lives Matter lefty who would not have the contributions to the stream that Nora did. Nora was an extremely pleasant person to talk to on the kill stream, and she would not be able to facilitate that role at all.
Yeah, in any capacity, she just would not fit in on the program. Neither does Killstream Pay, because Killstream Pay is like a smoke weed everyday leftist as well. So like all these women he's bringing on are like damaged, like mentally damaged, abused, like leftist women that really have no business being in his circle of influence or in his life. He's just a piece of shit. Fuck. I don't know why. What he's done is he's put her in this position. He knew I would do this. And he did it anyway. Just fuck him. Jesus.
I think the guy to cut the yard is here.
Finally.
Of course they would come during the middle of my recording. No, I don't think it's not the same dude. That's another story. I guess I could tell this story. So last week, this guy who cuts the yard normally, he comes by and he talked about his mom before, and he shows me this flyer and he's just like, "Oh, my mom died." I was like, "Oh man, that sucks, dude. I'm feeling for you. I hate to hear that." And, pat him on the back, all this and that. And then he said, "Well, can you go ahead?" He picked up some boxes and stuff I had out there from moving in the studio, which I was cool with. He said, "Can you go ahead and pay me up front, for the yard? I'll come back and cut it later when the sun goes down." I said, "Okay, that's fine." I actually gave him a little bit extra too. Now he's MIA for a week and a half. Haven't heard from him since. The yard still hasn't been cut, and I'm kind of pissed about that. So now I have somebody else coming here to cut the yard, and so that's what's going on right now. All right, I'm back before my dog so rudely interrupted me. God, he got so loud that I had to finally go check on.
We have to comment on this there, gentlemen. So first of all, he's too fucking lazy to cut his own lawn. He's too lazy to do his own dishes, his own laundry, to take out the trash. He's too lazy to cut his own lawn. And also, his neighbors hate him so much that he can't just go ask one of his, boomer neighbors to cut his lawn. Look, boomers fucking love to cut lawns, You know, they just love it. You know, people will do it for free, you know, if you ask them and your neighbors like you, but obviously they hate him. So he has to pay crackheads $50 to fucking cut his lawn. And then he pays them before they even do the job. So of course he's going to walk off.
How can he even afford
What kind of fucking shithole does he live in where like this like homeless man, meth head lawnmower will like cut? When he said cut his lawn, I thought like actually walking across his lawn, like he was on the street corner or something. But now, okay, I got it. I'm filled in. My mental image of people like cutting across his property to bypass his estate is shattered.
Just amazing. You got anything on this, Kraut?
I mow my own lawn. That's all I have to say. I actually go back to my parents' place on occasion to mow the lawn for my parents as they're getting old. That's all I have to say. Yeah. I wouldn't see the point in paying someone to mow your lawn. It's just really quick, right? You don't even need a lawnmower. What are these things called? The German word is Motorsense. The stick with the plastic thing that turns really fast. I got one of those. Yeah, whatever. I'll keep
Weed whacker.
Yeah, weed whacker. I use a weed whacker. Okay, I'll keep playing the clip.
Things. Finally, we do. By the way, this update to the yard story. There is someone out there mowing the yard. Not the guy who gypped me of the $50. I don't know if he went on a crack binge or what after his mom died, but he definitely looks like he might be of that variety. So he might have sampled a little crack rock. I'm not sure. But now I'm going to have to go through here and just splice all this anyway. So it's probably going to be audio only now. So that's fine. Yeah, it's going to be audio only now because I have to splice it through. I know all the conspiracy theorists will probably have a lot to say about that, but I don't care. It's going to be too hard. It won't look right if I have to do the video, and I just don't feel like
shit right now anyway.
Yeah, plus I'm wearing my hat and shit. I don't look that great either, so.
The conspiracy theorists do have a few things to say, you know. I think the reason that he doesn't want the video shown is because the image of her trying to squeeze into the corner next to his gunt, well, he's so fucking fat, he doesn't want people to see that. And so now he's making up excuses as to why he can't show the video. Maybe he's ashamed of his girlfriend's appearance and doesn't want the pay pigs to realize that she's not this supermodel 18-year-old cheerleader. Do you know what I mean? I don't know.
I can actually fully believe his story that he's too fucking lazy to edit two videos together to make a complete video. I trust Ralph 100% when he says that.
Thank God you're here to talk some sense into my tinfoil conspiracy. Occam's razor, Josh. Generous Josh with the Occam's razor being generous to Ralph. The simplest explanation, he is just too fucking lazy. And it fits all the facts, everything we know about him. All right, you got anything, Kraut, or just hit the clip?
You made me wear a hat.
Yeah, we both have hats on. You won't be able to see this now, but I guess I can take my hat off now. Good point. She already took hers off. Anyway, this is not the real bonus episode for the week anyway, so just enjoy what you have here. And thank you. Hopefully I can do a little bit better on the weekend.
People pay for this. That's all I have to say. I'll keep playing.
And
guys, this is going to get so bad. We may honestly just stop watching it in a few minutes because we'll play a few more minutes of this. But basically, what's going to happen is Ralph just starts like reading his emails to like pad this out to 30 minutes because he can't even do like a full half hour of content. You know, it's pathetic. But yeah, play this.
Join in, but you know, it's been a wild week. We finally got I guess I could talk a little bit about the podcast feed. So thank God for CastBox. They did get us switched over. If you're subscribed on CastBox, I think it gives you a little message or something. I don't even know if I got the message. But there's, I know Kaz said that he got a message. He's the one who runs Chill Stream Uncut. He said that he got a message that said, "Oh, this is the new Killstream feed over here. Click this and you'll automatically move over." I'm not sure if everybody gets that message or not, but mine is updated over there with the 3 new. Well, the first episode's not really an episode; it's just an ad for the new RSS feed, which again is killstream.libsyn.com/RSS, and the other 2 are Mondays and Tuesdays episode. Tonight, we're not. I don't know who we're having on tonight. Actually, I'll have to check. Oh man,
God! The moment he slips back into Killstream Ralph, it's just like my eyes are glazing over.
It's just fucking terrible. Like, he's just sitting here now, like, plugging his fucking podcast feed. And, like, the thing of it is, he doesn't even know who the guest is for his own fucking show. He doesn't even know who the guest is. Tonight, on his own show.
When I talk to my patrons, I talk about the books that I read to make my videos. Like, I strictly about the content, but considering that Ethan Ralph's content is Ethan Ralph just spurging and rambling, I guess he has no other thing to talk about than himself, his pathetic little self. And I am amazed by the fact that people actually pay for this. I am really, honest to God, I'm just fucking amazed. People pay to listen to a 30-minute clip of some fat, drunk addict talking about how he's not a pedophile. It's just...
What is his, because like this is like his once a week thing. So what did his week encapsulate? He got a sandwich. He got involved in some online drama, reading a forum thread so he could be angry about it, and that cut his lawn. That's the week. That's the past week. Oh, and he got kicked off or something.
He lost all his podcasts. His multi-million-dollar sponsorship deal with Spotify went down the toilet. He got banned from Apple. He got banned from all these fucking podcasting platforms. I guess he's still on Apple, but all the other ones he's fucking off of now. And he's just sitting here crying and seething about the evil posters on Karen Farms. Oh, fuck. It's sad. It's sad. But here, Kraut, before we hit play again and subject ourselves to this torture, guess how many people pay for this shit?
I don't know. I never checked his Patreon.
No, guess. Yeah.
Guess. 50 people?
Higher.
No.
Oh, God.
Way higher.
80?
No. Oh, God. No, Kraut is way higher.
100? 150?
It's 256.
Jesus.
256.
This is
separate
so
people
sad.
Pay him at least $1.
It shows you how all of this is basically just... please don't tell me that... Is it monthly or per episode? Is it
monthly?
It's monthly.
So technically speaking, he doesn't even have to do shit, and he could just claim... Oh, God. It's... No. It's... Oh, my God. It's
probably close to... I want to say... Because you can see his trend. He hides the amount he makes, but you can see the trends before he hides it. And I'm pretty sure it's like a little bit over 2,000. And then
does he offer any kind of rewards?
Like $1,000 each week.
Does he offer any kind of rewards? Does he offer any kind of tiers to them at the very least?
Okay.
Does he something like, if you buy
guys for $50?
What does he give them for $50? Please tell me.
For $50, you get Ralph's phone number, and you can call him and text him at any time.
For $50, I buy you a book.
That's what you get for $50.
That's mine. If you give me $50, I buy you a book. That's at least, yeah. Jesus fucking hell. Oh my God.
You get a Discord role. You get a role in his Discord that was banned.
Wait, he got banned from Discord.
It's worth it.
Wait, do you? Yeah. No, okay, wait. You can actually connect Discord. Yeah. You can actually wait. This is important note here. So he has it as a patron tier that if you give him a certain amount of money a month, that you get a role in his Discord server. Is that a tier in his Patreon?
Yes.
Because you can connect your Discord account with Patreon, right? And your patrons automatically get roles assigned to them. That's not a tier thing. Discord.
No, that's what it is.
Yeah, it's. Oh my God, this is just.
It is also a tier thing though, because I know this is again something that Dick Masterson does. He has a different patron role depending on what tier of his patron that you're on, and depending on the role, you get access to more channels and stuff.
I'm just amazed that people would actually.
I just think
to listen to this. I mean, technically speaking, you don't have to pay for anything on the internet, but, pay for... If you're going to pay for anything, why for this? For some fat, obese, disgusting...
That's the biggest question, is I have... no clue what his fans get out of it.
They must be
I really
retarded.
don't know. And I see people like defending him on Twitter and shit, and I just don't get. I think it's and you might know this, but I think they did a study a while ago where they figured out, they did like scans of the brain, and they determined that when you hear someone say something political that you agree with, it gives you the same kind of high that like a shot of heroin does. So I think these are like just political drug addicts who want to hear like a demagogue just say everything they already know, so they can sit there
Can
and
you
just absorb
send
it,
me a DM
the
with
fucking
this?
heroin high.
No, can you send me a DM to that study? I would really like to read that.
Yeah,
But sorry for distracting all of you.
Sure,
Don't
if
forget
I
to
can
send me
find
that
it.
now. I'm going to keep playing the clip. I'm going to keep playing the
John,
data.
I would just comment before you keep playing the clip, just to respond to what Noel said. I think that these people genuinely think that Ralph is saving the white race. I think that they genuinely believe that he's like an influencer on politics, and they believe that he can get important guests on and influence minds. Even though he's like a race mixer and a degenerate, like he leans into the KKK thing with his Killstream cleanup crew shirts. And these people genuinely believe he's going to save the white race, while he employs an abortionist named Killstream Pay and marries a Pakistani woman. These idiots still think he's going to save the white race, and they pay him money. And I think it's pathetic. But yeah, you can keep playing.
Okay.
Mark Random is coming on the show tonight. Wow. Okay, let's see. I looked this guy up last week. Wow, I haven't even done my work today yet. Mark Random. Oh, yeah, I remember this guy. I should follow him, huh? God's purpose for me was to manifest my destiny over predeterminism. Now I do stand-up comedy to let fate and time bury my remembrance. This is him. He appears to be holding some sort of weapon. I'm not sure, but here's some of his comedy right here. Let's see, can we play this? I don't know. I guess we can try. Let's play this. This is the guest tonight, Mark Random.
Anyone who stands for any fucking movement is a pussy. Jesus Christ. I'm protesting this. No, you fucking hate that your parents didn't love you enough. Stop with the bullshit. I'm a social justice warrior. I care about these rights. No, you just didn't get the fucking person you wanted in high school, and you're projecting all your anger on everything. Fuck Donald Trump and fuck the left and fuck Hillary Clinton. I hope they would just both rape each other on stage.
No, whoa!
I hope everyone fucking dies. I really hate this world. I hate fuck everyone. Fuck this world. I hope I die tonight. Fuck everyone.
So his show now is to listen to people who are more talented than him, basically. So he plays people who are more talented.
Yeah, well, I can tell you, having done streams and stuff that require like putting together, the easiest, best content that you can have for a stream is fucking clips, and that's like what Ralph does. He can find like a 20-minute long clip to take up a portion of the stream. He's a happy camper. Even with this, it's like, we're gonna have this guy on, so let's play a clip of him doing his comedy. That's like an easy minute. He's clocking those fucking minutes where he doesn't have to come
skip
up with anything to say.
This is shocking. This is shocking. This man couldn't go 25 minutes without playing a clip. He couldn't go 25 minutes alone. We've already gone over the amount of time that you allotted us graciously and generously for this program, you know, and we haven't had to resort to a clip one fucking time because we're not useless mongoloid.
Technically, if you want to get into it.
We are technically clipping.
Well, there was dead air, but it wasn't.
We are technically clipping.
Yeah, I guess we are playing a clip. We're commentating over an audio feed,
we both run channels on YouTube where we don't do that. You know, where we deliberately don't do that. Where we do our own content. That's what we both do. We know what it means to make something yourself. He doesn't. Should I try to skip that to when he actually
I also want to point out
himself?
that he says he had.
I'll try to skip.
Josh, what is it?
The number one, so I don't know what time this got published his time, but he says, like, I haven't done my work today. Like, yeah, no shit. Number two, he sounds drunk already. It sounds like he's slamming fucking shot. Like, in that segment where he clipped out because he was yelling at the crackhead. hours long. It sounded like he downed some fucking shots after that. He was stressed out. His anxiety was a little bit high. He took a pill and a shot, and now he's whatever.
He's already thinking, as he's recording this, he's like, what are those A-logs on the Karen Farms going to say? What are they going to say? What's PPP going to say about me this time? You know, and he's stressed out. He's fucking having to take his pills and his booze, you know, to cope with the fact that we make fun of him. The poor guy. Oh, you know, fuck.
I'm going to try to skip to when the clip is over.
Oh, who those two are? Oh, wow. Podcast Addict follows me now. Sweet. I guess I could update people on the Podcast Addict situation as well. But if you don't know who these two are, I'm looking it up. I know the name of their podcast already, but I want to make sure I get it right. Let's see. It's not him. It's the What Is Left pod. I was going to say What's Left. Oh, yeah, it just says What's Left. Okay, right. Yeah, What's Left. I think, see, I'm getting myself mixed up. What's Left pod, hosted by Amy Teresi, and Mustache Club US over on Twitter. Oliver Bateman. So I think that's done. Let me check the emails right here. Oh, Storyfire's already gotten back to me as well. Sweet. Okay, let's see here. Storyfire, wow, we're really jumping all over the place in this bonus episode. Let me see. Where is the secretary's email?
He sounds fucked up.
Oh, wait,
it's been 30 minutes into this bonus episode. He sounds genuinely fucked up already.
Where is that fucking email, dude? Oh, here it is. I don't see the response on that, though. Did that come in already? I think it's confirmed for tomorrow, though. Don't hold me to it. Let me see. You CC me the response.
Gator! Email? Get my emails, Gator!
And I'm working at the same time on this episode because this is my normal work period. Oh, look. So they actually responded to me. Oh, sweet. Yes! Stitcher! Woo! Stitcher fixed our podcast feed. Just live while we're not on the air, doing the recording right now. So thank you, Stitcher. Yes, now I remember. It was Storyfire that I was trying to recall. So Storyfire, a lot of people have been using that. I'm told, I haven't actually seen this for myself yet, but I've been told that Dick Masterson is on there, verified. That Paul Joseph Watson is on there, verified. So I started thinking, dude, the kill stream has to be, I mean, if they're cool, I would think that as long as we don't, maybe, you know, don't post the racist joke that we ever have done on the show on there or whatever, maybe keep it within certain limits, that we would be okay on Storyfire. So I actually went and signed up for my account. It was stolen already through, I think Augie said they were playing a gag on people and like taking their accounts when they first went over there, just for fun. But I expect to get that account back. I did sign up under the name Killstream, and I plan to keep that account too. So storyfire.com, I guess it would just be /Killstream or whatever. Search Killstream on there. If that's my channel, I control that. I expect to have the Ralph Retort channel back soon too. I don't know much about it. We'll see if I end up using it, if it's going to be something that is going to let us stick around. It might be a place to put clips or videos, stuff like that I want to do separate from the kill stream, which does interest me a lot. So we'll see. We'll see what happens on that. Let's see. Storyfire, I just talked about. Stitcher is fixed. There's something else
PPP,
I wanted to talk
is there
about.
anything else that happens in this, or does he just like ramble?
No, honestly, pause this crowd. Josh has got to go. Like, he's got a life to live in Siberia or wherever he is. You know, he's an important and generous man. He's given us a lot of his time. Nothing happens on the rest of this fucking podcast. Absolutely zero. He just starts reading his emails and shit like this. I'm going to dump the audio. If you want, Josh, just post the link to my SoundCloud on Kiwi Farms if they want it. I'll put it other places as well, on my Twitter and shit like that if people want to listen to the rest of it, if they want to torture themselves. But I think what we'll do is we'll play the Chris Hansen clip.
Yeah,
and then we'll end the show if that's fine with everybody.
You will be unable to hear it. Just
and, you know, and I'm just one last note on this. The whole period of this is I'm really curious how many of the people paying for his Patreon actually sat through from like start to end and listened actively to his rambling about his fucking email. I don't think a single one of them would make it through the entirety of that audio.
No, I don't think anyone did. I think I might be the only person on earth just because my hatred propelled me to continue watching. But like when I watched it last night, when I first got the clip, you know, like I had to watch it for 2 minutes and like take a 5-minute break because it was fucking hurting my mind to fucking listen to this shit. So I don't know. Anybody else got closing thoughts on this?
I'm just here because I didn't know about any of this until you asked me today to host the stream, and I'm gonna keep being your gator as long as you need someone to host it on OBS, and eventually I'm going to, you know, we're going to have various different layouts every time you ask me, and eventually I'm going to show you how to host this yourself using OBS, so you won't need me anymore. But until that moment comes, I'll happily be your gator, but I won't swipe up behind you, but I'll happily host your streams for you. That's all. Thank you for having me on, I guess.
God bless you, Kraut.
Okay, I'll play the clip.
All right, I think that's it. Play the clip and then the outro, and I think we're good.
Okay, everyone have a good day.
Ethan Ralph. Why does that name sound so familiar? Maybe because your secret screen name is Potbelly for you? What do you mean by Potbelly for you, Ethan? Chris Hansen here of Hansen vs. Predators, to catch a predator and have a seat with Chris Hansen. Now, Ethan, I'm going to need you to have a seat right over there. You know, we're still climbing out of a pandemic. You're still supposed to be socially distant, flattening the curve. Not running around town with your girlfriend, who some of your pals believe looks suspiciously too young. It's a sort of behavior that could lead you to meet me in a dark kitchen someplace, having to call Sebi Kuma to throw your bail. Do you think that'll happen? I don't know. Anyway, behave yourself. And if you can, I'm going to let you go this one time. But remember, I'll be watching. I'll see you soon on the TV and my YouTube channel with new investigations. Don't be in one, just watch them. In the meantime, stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll be watching you.
There's a voice that keeps on calling me down the road, that's where I'll always be. Every stop I make a new friend. Can't stay for long, just turn around and I'm gone again. Maybe tomorrow I'll wanna settle down. Until tomorrow I'll just keep moving on. So if you